poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement. Deke mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts.
Ana görevi takip edelim ya.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Evet, yani şimdi oyunu hızlı bir şekilde bitirmeye çalışmamın en büyük sebebi de maalesef bildiğiniz üzere oyun kasıyor artık. Artık yani önceden kasmıyordu, şu an kasıyor. Sebebini de bilmediğim için oyunu bir an önce bitirip sonlandırmak istiyorum. Eğer oyuna başladığım zamanki kadar akıcı olsa hiç şey yapmam da yani.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want...
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had...
It did. I overheard them talking in the... Did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the trial?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what... Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not.
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went... I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to... If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel. I think she worries I'll do something.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Ya Poppy ne yapıyorsun? Hadi be kızım ya.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelt. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence.
I found goblin armor. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Bak şu görsel çok iyi mesela.
Down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
Bak
They
şu
won't be
görsel
happy to see us.
bayağı iyi.
Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Eee. Uhu, oyun kasıyor.
Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Compulso. Accio. Incendio. Defender. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Oyunun bu denli kasmasından dolayı oyunu şu an
You'd think they were guarding the minister for
direkt
magic
bitireceğim
himself.
ya.
What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Pharaoh. Revelio.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only two. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But
Reparo.
That's it. It's the word. Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
Yani şimdi beni tilt eden şey de bu yani. Beni tilt eden şey bu. Anlatabiliyor muyum?
Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking?
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio.
did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
Revelio.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Elma yiyor. Dostum yürüsene, ne yapıyorsun ya?
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elemental supplies will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
That seems spinning makes a more stick. A land returns to the owner.
Cover up wide, coming back this way.
Yani gerçekten şu büyüyü bir türlü yapmadı ya.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
To find them humans to worry about.
Oo, büyüye bak.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have let...
What now? She didn't...
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins and definitely... And the poachers saw us, which cannot...
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can...
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Oyun oynamakta zorlanıyorum ya. Oyun kastığı için keyif alma şeyimi çok düşürüyor.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. No need to be difficult. I mean, you know how. Defender, incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Rebellion. Do cooperate, won't you? Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio. Revelio.
Niye şey yapmıyor? Bunlar değil o zaman. Ya onlar aslında da niye yapmıyor ya? Onu anlamadım. Şimdi peşimize takılıp bizi uğraştırmasınlar ya.
Revelio. assignment's all finished.
Spare a moment. Deke has an idea to share with you.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. Their pride.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals, not... Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Bu ne abi? Hogwarts'ın dibine geldik tekrar. Ya hayvan alanına değil diğer tarafa yönlendirdi beni. Oyun çok güzel de bu biz oyunu ilk oynadığımız 18-19 saatten sonra oyunun kasmaya başlaması ve yani sürekli takılması, tutukluk yapması benim oyundan aldığım zevki çok düşürdü. O yüzden şu an hani oyun oynarken çok zorlanıyorum yani. Eğer ki bu kasma problemi hiç çıkmasaydı çok daha keyifli bir şekilde oyunu oynamaya devam edecektim ama dediğim gibi modumu çok düşürüyor yani.
Oh, no, you don't.
Gerçekten no you don't ya.
Revelio. Accio. Now, I'm only trying to help. Revelio. Accio.
Ya bu ne abi? Bunların saçmalığıyla mı uğraşacağız ya? Bir de 5 tane de şey var. Başlayacağım testraline ya.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Revelio.
Ya çok şanslısın ki şu şeyin üzerinde kullanamıyorum ya. Ya ben bunlarla nasıl uğraşacağım abi? Bir de kaçıp da duruyorlar yani.
Revelio. Do cooperate, won't you? Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Abi hadi şu büyüyü lütfen kullan artık ya.
Professor Howard will never believe this. Revelio. Accio. No, you don't. Revelio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Now, I'm only trying to help. Revelio.
Ya sana taktım oğlum, gel. Gel. Sana kilitlendim. Sana kilitlendim. You going down abi.
Revelio.
Göremiyorum ki üstünü. Neyse ya. Kilitlenip tilt olup vakit kaybetmemek lazım. Gel. Nereye gidiyorsun?
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Çok tilt edici, çok tilt edici. Gel buraya. Uyutma yok mu ya? Şunları uyutayım. Nereye gitti abi?
Revelio. Accio. Glacius. Accio. Glacius. There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Wow.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Just let me know if there's something particular you're looking for.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals.
Teşekkürler.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I'd like to ask you about...
Yanlış
Of course.
oldu.
Actually... I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spell.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium, then use the pen to start the process.
I shall.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
My brother's doing well, thanks to you.
I take it you're ready to
I completed your assignment, Professor.
Good. Now, this spell, the exploding charm, as you might suspect.
I will, Professor.
Now, you must be precise in your... Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us... into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
You'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
I have the courage to go into the forest.
This is a change of pace.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes... I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collar... I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar. And Professor Fig...
That attack always did strike me as a little... Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow...
Exactly. That's a good idea.
I'll start looking into it right... There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor...
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say.
Understood. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me?
I had hoped to speak with you.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsa.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am...
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the...
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class.
So frustrating. She never listens.
She called you her little gazelle.
It is specific to me. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now. Much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is... She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bound... She claims that she has foreseen but she has used her sight to control me too many times.
She's concerned for your safety.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that... You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock... I choose to act as you have. I must deal... My mother cannot... Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Bombarda! Bombarda! So this is the underground harbor. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Bombarda. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. That book, Professor Weasley.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to...
Did she now?
quiz.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue. Hence, I have created a small quiz. Just none of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they haven't... Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book.
Splendid. Just a few questions, and then, before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical
The golden snitch.
Correct! Which potion is commonly referred to as
Felix.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felice, the tale of the three brothers, involves
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! Which ball in Quidditch is
The Bludger.
When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a... True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to...
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change... Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have... And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next one...
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration. Accio.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Ron'un şeyini koymuşlar. Fareli kabı.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far.
I did. You seem to have had, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor.
As I suspected they would. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities. Of course, the guide isn't the only. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a...
Thank you, Professor.
Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field... It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want... I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready. Until then, what? If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available. Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from
Revelio.
Just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Kim konuşuyordu
I
ya?
remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Değil mi? Şu teleskopçu yıldızcı çocuk.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor he believed students should be prepared to use dark magic. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was...
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio...
And I'm glad we did it. Because in the spellbook I also found references to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to revert.
And you think this relic might be able to say...
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what...
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, when I know more, I shall send it. And don't feel sorry. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous.
Oh.
We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Yeah, let it go, Ominous.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents...
I knew his parents died, but I never heard...
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't... Please, avoid any...
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Sebastian'ı destekliyoruz ya. Sebastian'ı destekliyoruz.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented sleep.
Peeves, kaybol oğlum.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it.
It is. His name is Lod. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine.
Of course. How exciting.
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If...
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sir...
Lodgok is waiting.
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key...
Revelio. Thank you for being willing to...
You are very welcome.
Lodgok is waiting.
Of course.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrived...
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock... Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a...
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest...
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational Damn Bragbor and his blasted...
Bragbor?
And not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches.
What do you mean,
Large, magically fortified receptacles. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar.
A good castle.
That...
Why does Ranrock care so much about these...
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobble.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language.
I can.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plan.
What written plans?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering look.
Amit and I can do this.
I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mind.
Accio!
Even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Confrey, let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lid.
Revelio.
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Glacius! Revelio.
I see
Accio.
inside a real goblin mind.
Revelio.
I've read about minds like this, but seeing it is something else altogether.
We need to be careful, as I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok. Say the least.
Kill spells
Bombarda.
There was a human here. But they're just surrender now.
Defender. Revelio.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Clever.
Revelio. Confringo.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio. Revelio.
Nereye gitti abi şimdi bu? Beni aşağıya kadar atlattı, nereye gitti?
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. Must be
Not quite. Cover up wide, coming back this way. Easily, let's get it. I work best.
This moving is too much.
Stay close. I've handled one once.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it... Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
How nice of you to stop by.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. There. Confringo.
You can't stop me. You will regret. You won't stop me.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Rather up wide, coming back this way.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Them are there.
That should be the last of them, Army. Expelliarmus. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps. Accio!
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Accio! We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now...
Understood? Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escape. Without further ado, adieu.
Depulso! They're building enormous drills.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle...
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered...
Yes? I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Another adventure, are we? Bardo, boat.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know that.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
The area's still clear.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Defender, Bombarder, Expelliarmus, Confringo. Kill spells glance off Accio. Not quite.
What an unfortunate disappointment!
Let's get it.
Just as steady.
Expelliarmus, Confringo, Defender, Bombarder. Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
The wizards will have no choice but to submit.
Hello? You had a lucky shot!
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Search for the rune symbol.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Not quiet enough.
Expelliarmus, Bombarda. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
One there. I won't rest.
Expelliarmus, Defender, Bombarda.
No!
Confringo. Revelio.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Confringo. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or
Smash it.
fangs. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Pharaoh. Revelio.
Fazla hızlı düştü.
Accio. Cabolso. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Transformation fazla güçlü kalıyor ya.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists all but declared war.
Depulso. Depulso. Defender. Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome...
We have another fight on our hands.
Ona değil ya.
Expelliarmus, Confringo, Bombarda, Defender. Expelliarmus, Confringo. Defender. Revelio.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery, you know.
Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo.
Have a look.
Confringo.
Yes.
Rune symbol above the cabin door. Ranrock loyalists never knew to look for it. Revelio.
The word floated back to me as if in a water haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes empty of sorrow, yes, but also I recall feeling a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish, but then everything started to run. When I feel I must have hit my head, I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is troubling. I can only hope it's not the Black Death. Blah 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 blah.
A journal entry by Isadora. Sebastian,
help us
I think I
unravel
found
more of this
something.
mystery.
A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas,
she seems to have been every...
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see...
Rackham?
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it.
Lumos.
For the trap. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Whoa.
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
I wondered if you might teach me how to cast that curse you mentioned.
Oh, which one?
On second thought, perhaps I'd...
Very well.
Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to.
I believe my next broom upgrade will be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Bir mutfağa gidip geliyorum ya. Of. Ya da şöyle yapalım. Ben az bir şey ara vereyim. Sonra tekrar devam. Evet. Görüşmek üzere.